At first, they thought it was interference, a strange burst of static on abandoned radio frequencies, a flicker on dead television channels, corrupted audio files playing sounds that should not exist. Then people began reporting the same dream. A hallway, a low humming tone, a symbol they could not remember after waking. The signal contained no words, no message, and somehow, the mind understood it anyway. Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Tonight, the empty signal. There are frequencies humans are not supposed to hear. Not because they are hidden, because consciousness filters them out automatically. Civilization survives by reducing noise, separating signal from interference, meaning from chaos, but sometimes, something slips through the filter. The empty signal first appeared in places already forgotten, abandoned radio towers, emergency frequencies, corrupted VHS tapes, analog televisions disconnected for decades. People exposed to the signal described headaches, emotional numbness, distorted dreams, repeating thoughts, missing time. But the strangest symptom was this: they all began noticing patterns. The same numbers, the same geometric shapes, the same humming frequency beneath ordinary life, as if reality itself had developed background noise. Modern humans believe consciousness only produces thought. Ancient civilizations believed something else. The mind also receives ideas, symbols, dreams, intuition. The empty signal challenges the modern model completely, because recordings of the signal reveal almost nothing. Static, distortion, broken frequencies. And yet, listeners consistently describe similar experiences afterward. This suggests something terrifying. The signal may not operate through language. It may operate through pattern recognition itself. The subconscious mind detects structures long before conscious awareness understands them. This is why humans instinctively recognize faces in darkness, danger in silence, rhythm in noise. The empty signal weaponizes this mechanism. It bypasses rational thought entirely. Governments have operated mysterious radio broadcasts for decades. Number stations, voices reading endless strings of numbers into static. Most people dismiss them as espionage relics, but some researchers noticed anomalies. Repeated tonal frequencies, mathematical spacing, non-random interruptions, patterns hidden beneath the spoken sequences. The empty signal appears connected to these forgotten transmissions, not as communication, but as resonance. Certain frequencies seem capable of altering emotional states subtly: fear, detachment, hyper-awareness, like invisible architecture shaping consciousness from underneath perception. This may explain why modern systems constantly surround people with noise. Music, notifications, advertisements, algorithms control the frequency, and you influence the emotional atmosphere of civilization itself. Then came the dreams. Individuals with no connection to each other reported identical imagery. Long, empty corridors, flickering lights, black geometric structures, distant humming, faceless figures standing motionless and static. Psychologists dismissed it as mass suggestion, until isolated cases began emerging before exposure reports became public. Some people encountered the dream before hearing the signal, as if the signal was not traveling through technology, but through consciousness itself. The fracture was spreading, not physically, memetically, like a thought infecting reality. The most disturbing aspect of the empty signal is the symbol. Nearly everyone exposed reports briefly seeing a shape, a geometric structure, an impossible pattern, and then forgetting it instantly. Not ordinary forgetting, erasure. Witnesses can describe emotions connected to the symbol: fear, recognition, grief, nostalgia, but not the symbol itself. This suggests the human mind may actively reject certain information for self-preservation, like an immune response against perception. Some theorists believe the symbol is not visual at all, but dimensional. A structured consciousness cannot fully translate into ordinary cognition. The brain catches only fragments before rejecting the whole. Analysis of recovered recordings revealed something impossible beneath the static. There appears to be a repeating absence, not sound, the removal of sound, a perfect gap, an engineered silence repeating rhythmically beneath the interference. Researchers called it the empty frequency, and exposure to it correlates strongly with derealization, emotional flattening, altered time perception, recursive thoughts, existential detachment, as if the signal is not transmitting information, but removing stability, a frequency designed not to communicate, but to hollow consciousness itself. The empty signal may reveal the true nature of the fracture. It is not an event, not a machine, not an organization. The fracture behaves more like resonance, contamination, informational instability. It spreads through patterns, repetition, awareness, attention. The more humanity observes the fracture, the more visible it becomes, like reality destabilizing under observation. And perhaps this is why so many systems flood modern life with distraction. Because sustained attention allows the signal to emerge, silence becomes dangerous. Stillness becomes dangerous. Reflection becomes dangerous. Because in silence, people begin hearing the frequency underneath the world. Perhaps the empty signal was never created. Perhaps it has always existed beneath reality like hidden static beneath a broadcast. And modern civilization, with its endless networks, frequencies, screens, and signals, has accidentally amplified it. The fracture is no longer hidden, it is transmitting, and somewhere through abandoned frequencies and forgotten dreams, something may already be listening for a response. This has been the Fracture Files, and tonight, before you fall asleep, listen carefully to the silence between sounds, because sometimes the most dangerous signal is the one that contains nothing at all.